Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of I Love Shreveport podcast. I'm your host, Corey Williams, and today we are sitting down with a gentleman from the Office of Fair Share, Mr. Leon Wheeler. How are you doing, Mr. Leon?
I'm doing great, Mr. Corey.
I am so glad that you're here today because we want to just introduce or talk about some things as relates to Fair Share. And before we get started, we just want you to introduce yourself and tell us your role that you play with the Fair Share.
Well, I'm Leon Wheeler. I'm the director of the Office of Fair Share, and my role is to monitor all procurements that come through the city of Shreveport to make sure that your mom and pops of this city have an opportunity to share in those procurements.
So with that, what exactly is Fair Share?
Well, the city fathers decided about 25 years ago that the small disadvantaged women and minority-owned businesses wasn't getting their share of city contracts. And so they set about and created this program that I'm a director today of, and gave it some teeth and created an ordinance that says that before any contract is awarded, it has to be vetted for fair share.
So you're giving these businesses a fair opportunity to gain these different type of contracts.
Absolutely. We want to make sure that all these large corporations don't gobble up all contracts in this city, and they have to give good faith effort in sharing those contracts.
So with a business wanting to be a part of Fair Share, how do they become registered or certified with Fair Share?
Well, first there's an application process. And in the application process, we're going to vet them and make sure they are legitimate businesses. And in that application, there's some items that have to be submitted to us so that we can vet. And once we get all that and gather all that, we'll send them a certificate of certifying them in our program for a 3-year period.
Now, you mentioned, you shared a word, legitimate business. What does it mean to be a legitimate business?
Well, we're not looking for shade tree mechanics.
Okay.
Because we're dealing with people's lives when it comes to contracts with the city, the roads, the bridges, HVAC, electrical. We need legitimate businesses that done their due diligence, have their insurance, are bonded, and has capacity to deliver.
Now, a business wanting to be certified and does not have all of those requirements, is there something that kind of leads them to help them get those requirements so that they can become certified?
Absolutely. We got sisters organizations out there like the Chamber of Commerce, the African American Chamber of Commerce, and ourselves and other nonprofits can help navigate those small companies to become what they need to be able to perform services for the city. So
what comes with it? What are some of the perks that a business gets becoming Fair Share certified?
Well, one, and the main one, you will make sure you get paid.
That's big.
My phone is wide open to companies who have issues getting paid on time. Because, some companies can wait 60 and 90 days to get paid, but these small companies can't wait that long. So I have open door with purchasing, finance, and things of that nature. I can go talk with them. Let's speed this up a little for those companies.
Sure.
Also, the main thing is being notified what opportunities is available with the city.
Sure.
Every Friday I send out bid notices, like what the city needs to the group of people that's Fair Share, so they get it first.
It allows them to get a chance to jump on it.
Absolutely.
And so, with that being said, like when they get these emails, what do they have to do? Do they just make a call? Do they just shoot you an email back? And if there's more than one vendor that has applied for it, who gets the opportunity to gain that contract?
Well, the first question is, how do we apply for that bid? Well, in that link that I sent them, there'll be an application. There's a process that you go through A through Z, and you submit the application to the person. They got a time table that you got to submit it by. So it has to be timely with all the attachment of things that they need for that particular project that's being worked on with the city. So once you get that to the purchasing department on time, then you go into a hat with other people that's bidding on it.
Correct.
And the lowest bidder usually wins. See the word usual. It's not always, because they have to meet other criteria. One is fair share.
Sure.
And that criteria has to be met. and they have to go out and seek small companies to share on that contract, especially if they're not fair share and got the lowest bid.
I got you.
So they have to seek a minimum. They have to make contact with a minimum of 5 companies to give good faith effort to share on that contract.
Sure, sure. So what does the passing of the bond mean for fair share vendors?
A windfall, opportunity to feed their families. Local companies have opportunity to be able to send their kids to college. If you are a business owner, and especially if you become fair share, there's a exponential opportunity to get some of those contracts as subcontractors. See, fair share is really designed to be a subcontractor. Fair share is not designed to be a prime contractor.
Okay.
Because the companies are too small to carry on the load to be a prime.
Sure.
They don't have the ability to go borrow $500,000 line of credit
Correct.
from the banks because I got to pay this 3-mile road that I might need $200,000 worth of supplies.
Sure.
But they may have a dump truck, an excavator,
Sure.
a few other things that are required to do that project, and so now you can become a sub and get a little bit of it.
Wow.
That's how it works.
Sure, sure. Now, your mission states that you're an advocate for small businesses.
Absolutely.
What exactly, in Fair Share's terminology, is a small business?
A business that financially, we go by net worth. There's a net worth. Most people know about it if they go to the bank and want to borrow money for a car or a house. We need to know your value, your ability to pay back.
Sure. Sure.
I need to know your net worth.
Sure.
And in that net worth statement, if you're over personal net worth, it's over $250,000, you don't qualify for the program.
Okay.
It'll be $250,000 or less.
Or less.
On the personal side. On the business side, it has to be $750,000 or less.
Okay.
And so, if you meet those criteria, you qualify to be in the program.
Now, there are a lot of businesses I know we have here in the city of Shreveport, and many of them may not know this information, or they don't meet certain requirements for it. What is Fair Share doing to kind of inform or enlighten or empower these businesses to gather and gain this knowledge that they need to either be certified or gain? What is Fair Share doing?
Well, what we do is we go to other people's events. We set up a table, vendor table, and we talk about what we do. We constantly talking about to the public what we are, what we do, what we're capable of helping you to elevate your business.
Sure.
So we're at a lot of places. We do a lot of meeting, a lot of talking about our program.
Okay, so tell us what the difference is, if any, between a Fair Share vendor and a city vendor.
Fair Share vendor and a city vendor, they are synonymous. They both are the same. You have to become a vendor in order to do any business with the city of Shreveport.
You have to become a city vendor or a Fair Share
city vendor.
Okay.
You have to become a city vendor to do any business with the city of Shreveport. That's first and most. Now, but you don't have to be Fair Share. Fair Share is a special program that was designed to help small, women, disadvantaged, and minority businesses get contracts. So it's a special program in and of itself. But they both, once you become Fair Share, you are a city vendor also.
So can you skip being a city vendor, become a Fair Share vendor, and automatically be a city vendor?
No, you cannot skip. If you're going to become you got to become a city vendor before you can become Fair Share.
Okay.
See, everybody got to be a city vendor. But some of those city vendors want to get in our program, which is called Fair Share. We have to vet them because they have to meet certain criteria to get into this special program.
And what are some of those criteria? Because any business can become a city vendor,
right?
But not any business can become a Fair Share vendor, even though they are a city vendor.
Absolutely, that's correct.
Of why?
And the reason is we go by finance, your
Okay.
net worth.
Okay.
If your business is valued at over $750,000, and we look at that with a net worth statement,
Mm-hmm.
you don't qualify for the program,
For a fair share.
for fair share.
But you can become a city vendor.
You still can become a city vendor.
Okay.
And if your personal net worth is over $250,000, you cannot become fair share. But you still can be a city vendor.
Okay.
You just can't get in our program because
Okay.
it's a special, unique program for real small mom and pop companies.
Okay.
Period.
Now, with those businesses, can a business obtain more than one contract at a time?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. More than enough that you can handle. You have to know your capacity
Sure.
to deliver because the public expects superior work.
Of course.
And if your hand's too full and you can't deliver superior work, you may get suspended out the program.
Sure. Sure. Now, with the program, you've got several events that you do yearly. Can you tell us about those events that you do?
Well, we do lunch and learn.
Okay.
Well, we contract a specialist in a particular area of business to come out and try to train and educate you how to get smart in that area to take your business to another level.
Okay.
We have those lunch and learns during the year. We have a University of Fair Share. It's a 6-week program that we partner with Southern University. We have once a year. In this particular program, we get highly skilled educators, business owners to come again, give you the intellectual, capacity to deliver good service to the citizens of Shreveport, regular customers at will.
Sure.
At no cost.
At no cost.
At no cost. None of this costs anything.
So the lunch and learn is free.
Absolutely.
And the University of Fair Share is free.
Absolutely.
Now, is it invite only, or can they? How do business become a part of these events?
Well, we send out email notifications. We notify Fair Share companies of everything we do.
Okay.
They get notified of everything we do. Constantly.
Sure.
We bombard them with information about what we are doing.
Sure.
Because we want them to latch on and catch on to this opportunity.
Sure. So how can businesses reach you and your team and your office if they want more information?
Well, we have 2 numbers. They can call me directly, 318-673-5018, or they can call my assistant, 318-673-5017.
Perfect. And we always end with this, and we ask this question to everybody that's on our podcast, and it's simply, why do you love Shreveport?
I got here from the military, and I could have went anywhere in the world, and I just saw opportunity here. I literally saw opportunity in Shreveport, and God have blessed me, and I'm still here.
Well, thank you again, Mr. Wheeler, for coming out and joining us here on the I Love Shreveport podcast. We are so grateful for all of you tuning in on YouTube and on Facebook. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, City of Shreveport, LA. And then, of course, on Facebook, City of Shreveport Government. It is verified with a blue check. All right. Thank you again. Tuning in. I Love Shreveport podcast.